We've got the TIMEX Seamaster. Actually, it's a Timex Standard, but as you guys can see, this is no doubtably a homage of the 1957 Omega Seamaster 300. Now, I have an issue with this, and it's not because of what you think. And I'm going to get into that on this episode of Alright, so this Timex Standard comes in a standard Timex cardboard box that we simply just slide up, just like so. And it's got a little bit of foam here, and it reveals the watch right here. And I must say, it's definitely, at first glance, it's a very attractive watch. I did already take the tags off just for time's sake, and this is just a velvety pillow. So we put that all aside, and we could show the watch off here. This is indeed an Indiglo, which, if we just check that out, very cool. So here's my issue with the watch. This watch, at least on the website, claims to have this unique military style handset, which we all know as watch enthusiasts, and some of us are collectors out there, that there's absolutely nothing unique about this handset whatsoever. This is a direct copy from the 1957 Omega Seamaster. Now, look, we know, and we all have the acceptance that there is homages out there, that watch companies copy each other, and that's not a problem. My problem comes when a watch company outright misleads you in believing that something is unique when it obviously is not. And they also talk about how, like, okay, we have an onion style crown, so therefore this is basically a nod to the 1900s pocket watch. And they're just basically telling you stories all around everything but the fact that this is a direct copy of an Omega Seamaster minus the bezel, right? Now, yes, that particular watch does not have the onion crown, obviously, and it doesn't have this fabric strap or this case style, but this style, I should say, is absolutely very, very close. Very, very close to that 1957. So besides that, the watch indeed is a beautiful watch. And as we take a look at it from different angles, it's a stunner. And you wouldn't believe that this is a $79 watch that I bought it for. And ironically, as I was doing the research on the watch, it actually went up $10 on the site to $89. So here is the case back, and it's all etched. I do like the design of it. It's pretty nice. 50 meters of water resistance. Okay. Now, this is not a stainless steel case, by the way, guys. This is actually what they consider a low lead brass, which is just chrome plated and polished to a shine. Now, when we look at the dimensions, this is actually a 40 millimeter case diameter, which I've had this on Instagram, and it actually looks bigger on the wrist, at least to some people, than it actually is. And I'll show it to you on my wrist right now. So I have a 7-inch wrist, and I must admit, the watch does wear like a 42. I'm just going to be completely frank with you. That looks like a big watch. And I think the reason for it is just the way that they do these lugs. The lugs actually really protrude out. And do taper down, yes, but they just stick out so much. It almost looks like they're straight out from the top level. But when you turn it to the side, you do see how much they do go down. But it just doesn't... The watch wears very large. For a 40. And another reason is because we don't have the bezel that a diver would have, what it actually usually takes away from the diameter. Because this here is the Longines diver, And this watch here measures in right around 41 millimeters. But when you take a look at the two together, this one here definitely looks like a 42 because it looks bigger than the Longines, which is actually a millimeter bigger than this. So, you know, it's going to be deceiving when you get a watch that has almost nothing but dial. Okay, so it has a really nice fabric strap. I have to admit, it's really it really is done nicely. It has that leather backing. It is a genuine leather lining, and it's got the Timex embroidery on there as well, or should I say, it has Timex stamped there. It is a quick change system, and it's done well. I think the strap is definitely a highlight as well on this watch. Mineral crystal. I mean, for under $100, guys, you're getting a really good-looking watch that pays homage to the 1957 Seamaster, whether Timex wants to admit it or not. I'll tell you what, when I saw this watch on, I saw it on Instagram actually, and I must admit, I thought it was an actual, like a kit watch or a modified watch, because I didn't think for a moment that Timex even made this watch. So when I saw it for the first time, I really thought it was an Omega, and then I'm like, Timex? And then I was so confused. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool homage. I just wish that it was that Timex was just honest and more transparent. And I know they can't say this is a knockoff of an Omega. But it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, guys, because at the end of the day, we know where the inspiration came from. So just ask for a little bit more transparency from Timex is really all I ask. Besides that, I mean, look, everybody and their mother is knocking each other off in regards to homages, and I mean, every brand does it. Just be a little bit more transparent is all I ask. So I'm going to flip the camera around and give you guys some final thoughts. Let me just sum up what I mentioned in the unboxing. And I actually have one additional fact that I wanted to add into my particular argument of this essentially humor situation. I mean, I hope that you guys aren't taking this too seriously, because at the end of the day, these are just watches. Okay, I'm not talking about someone's mother, or, you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Okay, it's ridiculous that people actually get offended over watches. So at the end of the day, let's have a laugh about this. Okay, but I just find it humorous that Timex is actually going out of their way to make it appear that they have this 100% original design. I actually forgot to mention that also in the ad itself on the website, they mention the partial Arabic dial and how that is actually courtesy of their archives, their very own archives they mention. So again, you know, on top of the whole, you know, unique handset, and then the whole onion crown reminiscent of the early 1900s pocket watch, they've really went out of the way to try to make this look exclusive to Timex. And quite frankly, I just think it's laughable. But it's a good looking watch. And essentially that's why I bought it. And many other people are going to buy this one as well, especially at the price point of under $100. So that's my 2 cents, guys. You can keep the change, and always remember that there's always time to be kind to one another. Please take care of each other, and I'll see you guys next time on Average Joe Watch Reviews. God bless, my friends.